Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're struggling. I know it. I know you're struggling with FC25. I know you are, but this formation, I'll tell you now, the 4-2-1-3 is probably the most well-rounded custom tactic that you will play this year so far post-patch. I've enjoyed it. I'm not very good with wing formations, but I tell you now, I was very, very surprised at how good this is. And I'm going to share it with you guys as promised, because people were seeing I was doing well in FUT Champions. And I thought to myself, at the end of FUT Champions, I'll give it to you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the bell on so you know when this video does go live. Let's get into the video. So I'll separate this first part into 3 parts: defense, midfield, and attack. Your defenders are both going to be your centre back, excuse me, is going to be on defender plus. They're going to hold the defensive line. That is it. That is all you want them to do. Do not, and if you're going to take anything away from this video, get into the habit of not dragging your defenders out of their position. That is what your opponent wants you to do. As soon as they're attacking, they want you to pull your defender out and they're going to go behind your defender. Don't do that, all right? Keep the defensive line. Whichever fullback you have, which is more attacking, get that fullback on fullback and balance, and the other one fullback and defend. In my case, I put Cancelo because I like him because he's got better passing stats than Walker. He's going to go for just a little bit to just get a little bit more freedom, just to push up a little bit more. But Walker is going to stay back and defend, and I will trigger Walker's run if I want to, but he will automatically revert back into his defensive position. Your midfielders, this is where you will win the ball. This is where you win the game. I like this formation because your 2 centre defensive mids are going to protect your back line. The good thing about this, and again, this was very new to me. I locked it in and I thought, let me try it, and I couldn't believe how great it worked for me. But they can't go any forward. They only have 3 play styles, which is holding, deep line playmaker, and I think centre defensive mid, where they actually go into to be a centre back, just in case you want to hide like a 5 back in this one. But holding just works fine. Plus De Jong and Rodri, that is their familiar roles, and they always win the ball. They're so good. Surprisingly, De Jong is very good at winning the ball. But holding, your cam, again, this is down to your personal preference. I played Cole Palmer on Shadow Striker because I felt that I don't really want him going back and helping out the defense. I've got enough players back, but Haaland is up there by himself. He needs support. So I put him on Shadow Striker. If you've got someone like Bruno, if you have like just a typical cam who just, you know, just to play, you want him to play and link up the play between the wingers, the midfield, the centre defensive mids, and the defenders as well, then have him on playmaker. Bruno Fernandes, probably as an example, someone who'll be very good in this role, and he just floats around that little pocket in the midfield behind the striker and the centre defensive mid. For my playstyle, I didn't feel like I needed that. I needed him to be more behind the striker, next to the striker, to be like a bit of an inverted 4-2-4. Your wingers are both going to be on inside forward and balance. Try and make sure you get got wingers that actually have the playstyle plus next to it, because it just means because of the update, EA now have made sure that the AI attacking runs are more accurate, and you will, especially when you are cutting down the wing and you're building the play up. There will always be a winger there to maybe slot in a nice little sweaty pass, if you know what I mean. But also as well, you got your cam here as well to support behind the striker at the same time. These 4 are going to unlock your opponent's defense, as well as your striker, who you will have on poacher as well. If you want to, I would recommend 2 roles: poacher or target forward. I really like target forward, even though Haaland is not it's not within his play style. But I quite liked it because I can hold the ball up with him and trigger runs, for example. I don't always use the play style, the role familiarity. I just want them to move in the way that suits my play style. But I will say I've kind of mixed between the 2, poacher and target player. And poacher does work very well. But if you really want your striker just to hold the ball up, target forward is there just for you. And this is how it looks when they're with the ball. So again, as you can see, the middle of the pitch is so compact that it's going to be very hard for your opponent to break you down. You'll win the ball and then you can counter attack very quickly, and your fullback is there to help out defensively, but also will push up to support your winger as well. And if you can see Cole Palmer, as he has a shallow strike, you see the difference between the 2. He actually acts as a striker or playmaker. I would say for you, if you're watching this video, because I have a lot of people who struggle to climb up the ranks and things like that, I would advise you to keep it as playmaker. when you get more familiar with the role and things like that, and you can start triggering runs and moving players out of position manually, then go Shadow Striker if you want to. And here is your build-up start and defensive line. The code is right there on your screens, guys, if you want to lock it in as well. The build-up start is counter, so obviously I want to hit my opponent quite hard when I've got the ball, because I felt like my build-up was just a little bit slow to start with, but it's very much a counter-attacking formation. And the defensive line is 95. Now, warning, very quickly, it does say that you'll use more stamina because they're constantly pressing as well, but at the same time is that it does an automatic offside trap, and when your opponent loses the ball in their own half, your team will press. And a lot of my goals, and I was wondering, how is it that these guys, every time I lose, I'm taking like a goal kick or I'm playing out from the back, they just hit me so hard? It's the high line. All right, I tried 95, worked really, really well. The only downside is you will lose stamina very quickly, so make sure you have subs, or if you want to bring it down to 70, the lowest is 60, but I would say 70. See how it works for you and adjust it to meet your playstyle. Lock it in. Please, please, please give me some feedback if you do enjoy this custom tactic. I do live stream on Twitch. Link is in the bio as well. I've got some more custom tactics coming, more variations of this custom tactic. I've moved away from the 5-back just briefly, but if you want to check out my last 5-back, my 5-4-1, it will come on your screen right now, guys. I've enjoyed the 5-backs. It still works for me. I'm still using it in Rival, still using it in Champs. Check it out, guys, and I'll see you at the next upload. Peace.